just different.
Mathieu, number 32. He's given Phillip a two-deep safety look, but then he comes in as a robber, robs the middle of the field. He showed Phillip Rivers cover two, which means two safeties deep. That was pre-snap. Post-snap, he dropped down and read the quarterback's eyes. That's a veteran player making a play for a defense that...
3rd and 6. And Yeldon lost it and picked off by Mathieu. Off the hands of TJ Yeldon, right to Tyrann Mathieu. His 2nd interception of the season. And that drive, which looks so promising, comes to a crashing end. That's the 4th drop today by the Jets.
It's almost a fatigue drop. TJ Yeldon, who had made so many plays, he's crossing. He kind of stops a little bit short because the ball's thrown out in front of him. And I think he just wanted the quarterback to lay the ball right on him so he could have a chance to run up the
right at that 211-pound guy. And when they've had a little success, but haven't done enough.
Wilson going deep, and it's going to be picked off by Mathieu at the 40-yard line. And he's got a little bit of a convoy, but that breaks down after he takes it back to the 37-yard line, and Jimmy Graham makes the tackle. So an overthrow and a pick by Mathieu by that defense, 14 this season.
This guy is so good. Tyrann Mathieu, look at him. He is an out and up. It looked like it was going to be perfect position. He jumps that out cut and then just flips his hips and comes back underneath that ball and makes a brilliant play. Tyrann Mathieu is a fantastic football player. I think you could play him just about anywhere on the field and he would do all right. But once again,
it again. A honey badger. And he'll go to the screen with his mates to celebrate. But a nice crossover dribble there. A 7th consecutive victory.
There's Patrick wide open. He had the 1st down. Now, obviously, you have the clock working against you too, but on 4th down, sure would like to at least pick it up. The failings tonight, the interceptions tonight.
58-3, they're at the Arizona 47. Here comes a Cardinal blitz. Geno Smith, tight spiral, intercepted by Tyrann Mathieu. Flag down on the play, and Mathieu is out of bounds back at the 38. They're going to bring it back at the very least because he went out of bounds, and we also have to figure out the flag on the far side of the field near the line of scrimmage.
Boy, is it great to see the Honey Badger back, though. MVP candidate a year ago went down with a serious injury, and let's see how this unfolds. You got to give somebody a chance, but where do you go with the football? You have a rookie 7th-round pick out of Clemson working against Tyrann Mathieu. I like Matthew's eyes. Arizona has that. Drop back to
Mathieu escapes the pressure, and he's intercepted! It's picked up by Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu spins out of bounds inside the 20.
flying from the top. You'll see him right here. He comes in, and he's going to go ahead and stop. Look at the change of direction, reading the quarterback's eyes. He's as good as anybody at that.
For Mayfield, just his 2nd interception in his last 369 pass attempts. You also might have seen Kendall Lamb, who has had to come in for emergency play at left tackle.
Bortles' pass is intercepted by Mathieu. And disaster for Jacksonville.
It's pretty incredible. Watch Tyrann Mathieu, who you can say maybe hasn't quite had the year he wanted to, but his playmaking ability is undeniable. Bortles was late on this throw. They're running a sprint out pass, and he waits too long before his receiver, D.D. Westbrook, comes out of the break. That allowed Mathieu to read the play, get in the throw.
seconds after this. It was right off the helmet. Daniel Sorensen
is coming. So when he does, it's hot. Turn your head, Mike Evans. Turn. Brady waits for him, but why are you running into the guy in the middle?
with the catch and the pick. And we have not mentioned into this point, but what a difference maker he could be as well for this Houston defense.
This is very fortunate. The ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, and the ball goes right behind White, who's open. And Mathieu with a big gun. Look at right there, just off the edge of his hands. And that's big. New England doesn't give you the ball in their territory very often in a whole season. How good, by the way, like we were just talking about, Mathieu is a team captain, and he just got here in the last.
Ryan intercepted again! The third time they got him, it's Mathieu! That's just unbelievable. They've intercepted Matt Ryan. Tyrann guy who has a second pick here, third rounder from LSU. You talked earlier about what he's overcome, but he's been a steal. And Steve Keim, the general manager, pulled the trigger on that draft day move. You know, has to be smiling right now. He told me a couple of
Kaepernick looks down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Terrible throw. Mathieu, his second interception, and now the Cardinals have a chance to score before halftime.
This defense has answered, and they've been called upon time after time in this game in this first half.
Kaepernick maybe was having trouble seeing from the pocket, but on this one, Tony, this appeared to be perfect sight lines for him.
He saw everybody.
Watch this, he's able to see this. Freeze it right there. Look at that, you're able to see it. And then what he doesn't see, or he just totally misses, is Tyrann Mathieu running underneath the receiver, right at the hip of the receiver. He tries to put it over the top to Vernon Davis, and Mathieu had that swallowed up because he was underneath coverage, his second interception. And he
Running back. We're set to throw. Middle of the field, that's intercepted! Tyrann Mathieu to the 22, and the Cardinals.
Watch him read as everything develops and then just break on it. He undercuts Kamar Aiken and just about.
It's a recipe for bad things to happen. They're down to 9 blitz. They're all trying to lead and steps up. He's picked. Mathieu. Interception. In front of Jason Witten and a big turnover. As Tyrann Mathieu will do that on an outbreaking route. And there it is, his first of the year. The Honey Badger with a pick. And the Cardinals have it up.
Alabama for using him so little because they're using him a lot. Did not come here with a lot of wear and tear. Second and 12. And that's picked off. That is right into the hands of Tyrann Mathieu. And he's out of bounds. Inside the 50.
This is Steve Spagnuolo. He is. Now watch as the play goes. Right here, you're going to see he's on the top. You're inside. I'm outside. They're not just guarding their guys. He's going to fall right back and come back and make a play. Not many teams run that type of coverage. Give Spagnuolo credit. Really impressive. And Mathieu, 2 games in a row now. Back-to-back picks.
What did Derek Carr see there?
Well, he saw it.
3rd and 7. Deep ball time. Intercepted. First time. Protected by Loa. And is Mathieu who comes away with it. Off the deflection. Could have been caught.
And this is almost exactly what we said. It's an all-out down the middle, but Jewe's got to get this ball. No, he makes somebody miss.
pick of the season.
Going against Tyrann Mathieu, but Honey Badger's right here, I'm sorry. And it's a bunch stack, and he's beaten originally, but he's such a ball-aware player, makes a great interception.
Smile from Tyrann Mathieu, trying to go to Quentin Patton, and he turned and picked off Gabbert.
Got the Dotson block, and that's picked off on the play. Tyrann Mathieu, maybe on the ricochet. Here he goes. Trying to bring him down. He's looking at him, shake and tag and bob and weave and take it up to the 44 in the return. Tyrann Mathieu, second pick today. First one by Mathieu, his second of the season.
Pass was a little bit behind, but could have been caught. Tyrann Mathieu, Johnny on the spot, gets another pick.
Two interceptions today, and that is right off the fingertips of KJ Hamler.
It was like Hamler tossed it to him. Yep. Right in there. Tyrann Mathieu said, thank you very much. I'll take that.
What else to shake three downfield and create a play? Tyrann, second and 3, hits the tight end. And he gives it away. Moreau loses the ball to Mathieu. And another Raider turnover.
This won't even be a K in the air, so it's free game. You know, sometimes we wonder, is it a fumble or is it a catch and then the ball hits the ground? But it never hits the ground, so it's now picked up as a turnover or takeaway. It just stays in the air and turns into an interception. Nice job on the backside by Sorensen, popping the ball free, knocking it through the arms. Mathieu being on the spot is his fellow safety and taking it the other way. So back-to-back weeks for Sorensen, Ian. Big pick 6 last
Up the middle they come, and downfield he goes. It's picked off by Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu, big-time interception. Maybe the Chiefs MVP, the way he has played this year. And they were going for Williams in the end zone.
He's well done by the veteran safety. You just look at that leaping ability. He's always played the ball well in the air. Just in talking to Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, he said he's brought leadership, toughness, and really confidence. He's especially down in the red zone.
Hinton as the quarterback, nominally. Meanwhile, Locke escapes, throws on the run and into traffic, and that's going to be picked off at the 9-yard line by Mathieu. So the Honey Badger is right there, had his man covered, has the interception, and Kansas City will have the ball when we come back to Arrowhead.
Was a three-point shooter in high school, but he needs to start shooting a few layups. Every time he gets in one of these scramble situations, he wants to go deep. You saw Nick Van Nett right in front of him. He could have checked the ball down.
And that's going to get picked off at the 40-yard line by Tyrann Mathieu. And now he's got to flex his right leg. So maybe a little bit of a price that got paid here by the Honey Badger. Still down.
Boy.
Player. Well, he had an injury a couple of years ago. Worked his way back last year. Tore his left ACL back in 2013. The torque there. Of course, we will check this out. So valuable is this guy. It's the pick, but
Low snap, Manning sets up the screen, looking for Goldman, incomplete. We were talking about Tyrann Mathieu, he made the play.
He's exciting, and Texas fans should be really happy they got Tyrann Mathieu. And all he does here is does his job. He stays in place on the other side trying to set up this little screen. And watch this hit. This is form tackle 101. Finish on the ball.
Second and goal from the 14-yard line. Freeman lined up in the backfield. Locke will look. End zone. Jump ball opportunity. Knocked away at the last moment. Sutton had it on his hands, but couldn't squeeze it with Tyrann Mathieu, who has emerged as a serious leader for this Kansas City defense.
That's because he performs. Look at the coverage here. It's absolutely perfect. And
And the ball is in the hands of Sutton until it's swiped away by the Honey Badger.
$5 million contract. Tyrann was able to keep him out of the play. First down, and a fake. Stepping back to the 50 and launching. Launching to the end zone, and it's knocked away from Mike Williams. Tyrann Mathieu says, no, not on my watch.
Well, this is really close. NFL, big, great size, but what a great job by Mathieu at the end. Getting that hand on there. Great vision for him. Instincts with his hand-eye coordination. Special player. Most people don't get their hand up. They usually just catch it.
Ryan knocked away. Who else? Mathieu has been an impact player again.
Always seems to be in the right place. Trust those instincts. Darn near takes that 100 yards for a touchdown. Guy's going to be a good player in this league for a long time. They've been impressed with him.
In the pistol. 1st and 10. That pass is caught by Lestard. Gene. And then Tyrann Mathieu. Didn't they used to call him the Honey Badger at LSU? You can kind of see why. He's everywhere. He's a hitter. Became a starter too on this defense. Really good ball player. Take a look. Just the timing of this one to be able to, look at that, get that ball out. That's an incomplete. That ball would have been caught.
Down the field on this one.
He does. He's got a man open. Oh, and it just took too long to get there. Gave Mathieu time.
Just hangs and Collins goes up. Mathieu just times it barely to get him. You see the pressure you're under. It's hard to make a perfectly accurate throw. Pretty close. That makes it scary to keep calling those blitzes, though, when you see something like that.
Almost able.
4th down and 10. Tennessee has to get the first or the game's over. Mariota incomplete. And a flag comes in late. The pass was intended for a Dory, called for the penalty.
Jonnu Smith is trying to run through that area because he realizes that
He needs to emerge. He's a game changer for this defense. Fake to Ingram. Breeze a lot of time and throws too close to knocked away. There is Tyrann Mathieu. And it's interesting, right? This is a guy that had his ACL and his LCL done, John. A bad injury at the end of it. And last year, self-admittedly, wasn't the same, but he has had quite the start this year.
Well, he's moving so well. We saw it at practice the other day. Everything full speed. You talk about a dynamic football.
And now 3rd down and 14. Allen over the middle, incomplete, on the contact. Bill's sideline looking for a flag on Mathieu. Zay Jones, the intended target, but there's no call. And out comes the Buffalo punter, Corey Bojorquez.
That sure did waves in the Cardinals to try and win it.
2nd and 8. Bortles, look out. Incomplete. Marquise Lee, who's had his issues with drops this season. And Mathieu there on the tight coverage.
How good. This may be Tyrann Mathieu's best game of the season. I mean, he's blitzed off the edge. He's made huge plays, had a huge interception on the drive before. Right here, he picks up Lee coming across the middle in coverage and gets the ball out. He has been exceptional in this game.
And maybe
Big situations. Does it again.
3rd and 6. And that's broken up. Hands got wedged in there in between the arms of Brown by Tyrann Mathieu, who told us Friday, I might cry if we win that game on the field. It'll be such a dream come true to know I'm going to the Super Bowl.
And he's done. He's played outstanding. And his ability to time things, to play multiple positions. He's a hybrid. He does everything on this defense, and he's put in a lot of situations, communicates with a lot of guys. 4th down.
Blitz coming. Jump ball in the end zone. In and out of the hands, broken up by Tyrann Mathieu. Driving size. See, Cook is the big tight end working on the much smaller Tyrann Mathieu. But what Mathieu does is see the ball to the hands of the receiver. Look how he chops through and knocks it away.
You had three guys, including Mathieu, around the intended receiver, and it'll be 4th down and 18.
Man coverage right over here, and he's going to undercut this thing. And this is not what Seattle does well. They are not a 3rd down and long passing team. As a matter of fact, if we see
The difference in all these close games they've lost. 2nd and 11, pressure up the middle, Flacco throwing deep, and it's Gibbons who couldn't hang on. The Honey Badgers, Tyrann Mathieu there in coverage. Gibbons
From the St. Louis Rams because he can run. I'm sorry, he's in the slot. Going right down the middle of the defense. Ball's underthrown, and Tyrann Mathieu makes an excellent play. How about that hang time? But Flacco underthrew Gibbons.
One of the founding fathers of the old AFL. Fires. And that is incomplete. Matthews right there trying to get it to Darren Waller. They kept him in check.
Well, here's that matchup we were talking about with Darren Waller inside, and Mathieu has a lot of freedom in there, and he knows what that target is.
Phil to take care of business. 2nd and 3. Bortles putting some air under it. Up the seam, and it is incomplete. Boy, Keelan Cole had it for a moment. What a recovery by Mathieu in coverage. Cole was able to get inside position on Mathieu with no safety help or no help from the other side of the field. The complete side was open right there. Bortles has to put that ball on the other hash mark and allow Cole to run away from Mathieu, but he turns it upfield, and that's what allows.
3rd down 6, pressure. Ryan stands in there, incomplete. Tyrann Mathieu making his return to the lineup and making a play on Taylor Gabriel.
You said it earlier about Tyrann Mathieu, Kevin. He's a playmaker. To me, he's a difference maker for this team. You see the speed.
Protection holds up. Lock. Tyrann Mathieu steps in front for the knockaway. 9.
In the eyes of the quarterback, he fires a fastball. Watch the right hand come in here. Tremendous play.
Pro Bowler in 2015.
Survived to a 3rd and 12. Down the middle. Drop. Hopkins. Mathieu actually broke it up.
Bang, bang play. They disguised it to a great throw. It's a great route. You can't tell from that angle, but it looked like he got there a second early. Still can't tell.
that pass tipped and incomplete. Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, he went for it all, Trent, but that wasn't the time. That was a time to get a 1st down, then come back and go for that throw. You're going to get that same defensive coverage again.
Mathieu had a hand up there, a little frustration that he didn't come down with the football.
They haven't had any big plays. See if they can convert a 3rd down and get it drive going.
0 for 3 on 3rd down. That's where they are here. Need 8. Gabbert juggled by pass and incomplete. And that wouldn't have been enough for the 1st down anyway. Again, Mathieu on the play.
Well, here's one of the problems I have with playing Gabbert, and it's this. He's getting opportunities. but didn't affect him.
And here's Goff throwing on first down. And the pass is complete. Down to the 18-yard line.
Low pulling that thing up.
It is a first. They moved the chains, but I think incorrectly.
Prior to the snap, the replay official has instituted a review of the previous play. We will review the play.
Tyrann Mathieu makes a play on this football.
There's a touch and ground. Yeah, he lost it.
Does Foles have some magic left? That pass incomplete, trying to hit Zach Ertz. They need to get to right around the 38-yard line. 37 yards on the ground.
You gotta love the way he's competing too.
Bacon. Jackson to the end zone, knocked away. Tried to squeeze it into Hurst, and Mathieu got back there to.
That's a great play by Mathieu. Look how he came off his original assignment and almost fixed this one off.
Blitz coming. Percent throwing and knocked away. It was a low throw, but Mathieu was there. It'll be
hand the fullback Malcolm Johnson in the offset eye. Takes the handoff. McCown. Pressure in his face. Goes to the corner of the end zone, and that's nearly picked off.
All right, that's great coverage by Mathieu.
Yep.
The Browns are going boot action there to be the low cross by Barnidge running across the field. Puts his foot in the ground, and it's almost a double move off boot. Does not fool Tyrann Mathieu at all. He plays what he sees. He plays with his eyes. It's a big-time defensive stop there. And Barnidge can't make a circle.
Barnidge and Mathieu. Mathieu give it up.
Blocked by Hines. Blocked by Smith. Here comes the throw, and it's incomplete. They're looking.
I'll tell you in a second. Pass is tipped and almost picked. All right, so Tyreek Hill is probably in a class by himself.
Agreed.
At the end of this year.
I'm going to see how this game finishes, but clearly you have Ryan Fitzpatrick on a one-year contract, and you have to see where these young guys are. And you got to start preparing for your future. Give these guys some reps on the practice field.
Cousins pass, and it's knocked down. They wanted to go to Reed again. Pass is thrown incomplete. Riddick the target. Tyrann Mathieu is coming strong. It'll be third down.
I tell you what, you give this defense time to decide what they're going to do. To decide, Tyrann Mathieu's out of your screen up here somewhere. When this ball comes out to the flag, it looks like it's a half-field safety, but he's entering into the box and makes a play on that.
Donald Brown in there. Luck to throw. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Mathieu jumping in front of Fleener. And it's four back to Spironitis.
All right, Tampa Bay coming back down to reality weeks. Mo Alley Cox, the intended receiver. Mathieu was there on the coverage.
Second down, 11. Here comes the blitz from Fenton. There goes the ball, and it's incomplete. Looking for little used Andre Patton. 27.
Well, you're going to see the extra defender coming. Rivers is one short. They've got the back there. You can pick up one of the blitzers, but you see Fenton, he comes clean, and this forces Phillip Rivers to let go.
Instead, they're going for it on 4th and 4. Luck. Knocked up in the air. Intercepted or incomplete.
Fake the pitch. Breeze knocked in the air. And intercepted. No, it hit the ground. Almost an amazing play by Kareem Morton, but again, it was Matt.
Watch the blitz. Coming off the corner, Tyrann Mathieu. Just in case it was a fumble, which Rashad Johnson starts to take off with it. Mathieu looked over his right shoulder. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we. No, it's incomplete.
Silver Lodge. I told you about it early in the game, how much he studies the role he plays, really knows what's going on the other side of the football. And he's a tremendous
Interception of the season. Some chances deep in Kansas City territory. Had to settle for a field goal on a couple of occasions. That pass was deflected. Tyrann Mathieu, who gets all over the field in so many different spots. 44 seconds left.
Chris Jones out there with him as well, able to move to the edge more this year. Although today he played a little bit more tackle inside to try and help with the run game.
In Kansas City territory.
getting up in the air to knock that
by Mathieu.
He's 5'9".
Mathieu.
Penalties early first half. Empty backfield. 3 receivers left. Stafford goes right and it's batted down. We go down to the field. Molly McGrath. Molly, what's happening?
I feel bad for him because he played all year hurt last year and working so hard to get back. Here's a quick throw by Breeze, forced by pressure, looking for Snead, but it's incomplete. Again, Mathieu was in the vicinity. Guys all over the field today.
Yeah, he is, and this is what the Arizona folks say. It's been all spring, all offseason. Tyrann Mathieu back in health. The guy's a game-changing player. You see him actually get hands on that football. He's an
Kansas City Blues this year.
These are two very different teams now, though. These teams are very, very good and very different.
Almost intercepted by Mathieu. You know, you made this point about what the path is for Tennessee. I'll give you one more, Tony.
All right, guys, Watson operating out of the gun on a 2nd and 6. That ball knocked away. Tried to squeeze it into Fells, but the former...
Rivers on 2nd and 5. Frank Clark came in on him, and it's a wobbler downfield that should have been picked off by Tyrann Mathieu.
Yank stays in the block. Wilson then throws, and it should have been intercepted by Tyrann Mathieu. Could not hold on, but it is 4th down and 15.
Fake it to Henry. Toss it to Davis, and he is pummeled by Tyrann Mathieu. Read it all the way.
They faked the run. They should have ran the ball there because Kansas City is playing a pass defense. But Mathieu has those I call him, like people talk about quarterback instincts. That guy's got great instincts. That's what he has as a defensive player. He's all over the place. He's been huge for them this year.
Told us on Friday we're going to play more confident this time around than we did.
Yes, that is the way he wants his name said.
Steps up. Flips it to Duke Johnson. And Johnson hit hard as he approached the 35-yard line by Ty Mathieu.
That's 2 great athletes in space, and Tyrann won that one. Put a heck of a lick on him. Great tackle. Textbook tackle.
Well, I think this is 4-down territory here. I know it's 3rd and 6, but
Loading up to stop the run. That defensive front doing a really good job. Here's a screen, and it's Schultz on a tight end screen, and none of the blocking can get out in front and do anything. Nick Bolton.
Breeze throwing it, fullback Johnson, head down, and he barrels forward for what should be a 1st down.
plays hard, he plays with passion. See him coming up on the big fullback Austin Johnson. Really winning that battle. But Johnson does get the 1st down.
Rush now through the Kansas City Pro 4. Frank Clark 55, Ingram 24.
Moreau gets hit by Mathieu, short of the line of game.
And here comes the punt team for the Raiders. Watch this body check by Mathieu to knock Moreau off to the sideline. Short of the 1st down. sideline there. Nick Bolton, the rookie out of Missouri. Matthews lowers his shoulder, but all contact initiated before he got to the sideline.
Today he has been more downhill between the tackles.
And we're doing it without Sammy Watkins. This is Woods. And Woods is down at the 20. Tyrann Mathieu, as the Bills will punt it away.
And Tyrann Mathieu playing that free safety position. He's just not all the way back from that ACL. He's only 9 months removed from surgery. His second ACL in 3 years. So
Wide receiver screen to Holmes. Holmes trying to get running room, but wrestling him down is Tyrann Mathieu, who's getting
Chopped up at the 22.
Let it short drop. Gets it out to Tim Wright. No gain on the play. Aggressive work today for him. They do not want this rookie quarterback taken.
Ryan. Going to sling it out to DeMarco, the fullback, and that is not.
Mariota completes it, but short of the marker. Corey Davis made the catch, but right there is Tyrann Mathieu.
And explode through pass catchers and runners. You can play anywhere, and that's almost where he plays. He plays just about anywhere.
Down to the 19-yard line. Wilson, going to far side, and that's not going to get it done.
Great job by the line, giving him time. And Humphreys again, Mathieu.
Houston, Texans showing blitz. That's Lindsey out of the backfield. And Hireman again with another reception to the 32. Mathieu.
Get rid of the football quick.
No timeouts left. The 1st and 10. And that's Barnidge with the reception upended by Tyrann Mathieu.
Tyrann Mathieu kind of poses on Barnidge there.
A little bit. Got his flex on, huh?
Missing Anthony Hitchens, that groin injury. One of the better tacklers on the squad. Watson. Gets Hopkins involved, and Hopkins gets Kansas City. Denver looking for its first touchdown of the day. Lock, swing pass, caught by Freeman. That's slammed down by Tyrann Mathieu.
The fire and emotion and the talent of Tyrann Mathieu. He just took down a 240.
Glennon, deep drop, plenty of time, nobody open downfield. So he goes short to Tim Wright, the tight end.
Peterson. No, McCoy with the key. Inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Very
Steve Williams in at running back. Bortles will throw. Bortles keep it again, and he's hit hard. Left.
As time winds down, Mathieu throwing, and that's complete across the 45. This time Jarvis Landry.
In that department. Watson off the fake, toss to Fuller. Ooh, slammed down hard by Mathieu. Cards and a first down for Houston.
Well, the Honey Badgers had just about enough in this quick passing game.
and here come the Vikings. Their first snap of the game. And handoff it is to Peterson for 4.
Here in Houston has several members of his family and some friends in attendance today that could not hold on. Hyde has not been able to do any from running the football. Mathieu, Wright, Blackson all crashing down on Hyde in what could be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
rest of the story of history. And this is Zach Ertz.
Sometimes it ends up being a defensive lineman in the gap.
Second down and 6. Oh, what a hit by Tyrann Mathieu on Deshaun Jackson. Man, Tyrann Mathieu read this right. He makes a break and he's in front.
And a big stop there on Jordan Wilkins made by Tyrann Mathieu. It's exactly when they needed it.
He saw this all the way, tried to get him on the outside, but Costanzo just couldn't get there. Great play.
Second and 20. Oh boy. Look out. Honey Badger right there. And he brings down Giving for a big loss.
I love this kid. His playing style at this size is unbelievable. 185 pounds and he plays with a vicious mentality. That time it's a safety blitz.
And these guys have to defend both. Because in the drop back game, it's really hard to decide what they're in.
Murray's in the backfield. They give it to him.
Thornhill's on him.
And a flag's out after a loss of 4. Mathieu with the tackle. The toss this time to Chubb. Taken down by Mathieu behind the line. Back well back, a loss of 4. And let's go down to Evan Washburn.
Well, Jim, the Browns lost left tackle Jim.
Nowhere to go. Tyrann Mathieu came up like a blur and just obliterated that play.
Watch Tyrann Mathieu coming from right here all the way to set this edge and make the tackle. That is a great football play. This kid is a rookie, but instincts is the word everyone uses to describe him. He's got a sense of
loose by Nelson. So here's Bortles underneath pass to Fournette, and he has had a rough outing till this point. Tyrann Mathieu, and those two have a long history together, basically grew up together in New Orleans.
Tyrann Mathieu, had that great seasons a couple years ago where he just made all the plays out there. One of my, if not my most favorite player to watch. Maybe quite hasn't had the impact.
A 25-yard gain and a first and goal. It's Rodgers, and he's going to go nowhere. Tyrann Mathieu from the safety spot. They know him around these parts from his stardom at LSU.
And what he is, that young man, you can play him at corner, you can play him at nickel, you can play him at strong safety. He's a playmaker. You see him elude Julio Jones, then make the tackle. Just an excellent football player. A pleasure to watch. I don't care where they play.
Tennessee in the south. Now Michael's Chris Collins right so before you start the final quarter. Mathieu making the tackle.
Thornhill's been hurt, but watch this. When this guy hits the Jets, he could be one of the great blitzers in all of football. But he's so valuable in the middle of the field, and now he's so valuable to this team playing deep. They almost think that maybe we can find other people.
Wilson keeps and goes backwards. Tyrann Mathieu did not fall for it. And this Cardinals team, with the exception of that one run, has been
Textbook. Watch Tyrann Mathieu doing his job. Everybody doing their job. He's just sitting there waiting for Russell, and then he's a guy who has the athleticism in space.
On Instagram.
If that were live, it'd have a major impact on ratings for us.
Oh, yeah. James White stuffed in the backfield. It's fourth.
Stays alive and gets pulled down by Tyrann Mathieu. 3 seconds left. See if Arizona's
It's going to be an all-out blitz. And right before the snap of the ball, they don't bring 6. They bring 4, and they play a zone coverage. They fool Joe Flacco and the Ravens. On first down, Bortles screen pass. It's Blake Bell, who's immediately met by Tyrann Mathieu. Bell had gone 5 straight games without a loss.
in the Cardinal territory. They'll run it to Ingram. Nowhere to go left, nowhere to go wrong. As Tyrann Mathieu sprints in to make the tackle. He has really been all over the place. That's his 7th tackle.
Tyrann Mathieu, he
He's going to come from the top of the screen. And when he comes, he really comes. Look at this pursuit, the speed. Certain guys just are born to make plays. He's very reminiscent to me.
Side, now you're going to see him move a lot and get where two people have to go find him.
There's Edelman. He's going to lose 2 yards. His touchdown catch was the only play that's gone for more than 20 yards today.
Cook again, and he's met in the backfield. Mike Pennell came in, so did Tyrann Mathieu. And no gain for Dalvin Cook.
And a couple of punts. First play, Flacco, the use check. You know what? You throw it over the first play of the first half and the second half last week. You throw it over the first play of this game. You're going to kind of watch the first play of this half.
Well, you got to be careful, Mike. Linebacker number 20 is going to come from inside out with 32. Tyrann Mathieu. They were right with you, Mike. They read the scouting report. Watch the fullback.
Screen, they tried to set it up. Tyrann Mathieu was there right away on Todd Gurley.
2-yard gain. Halfway through the quarter. Fake toss. Elliott. Can he get around the corner? He cannot. That's Mathieu. Mathieu comes over from Arizona. Let's go.
Joint Bell takes it outside, and a good play by Tyrann Mathieu. And a little defensive back who had problems. And they put up a lot here.
Lance Moore, where he can allow these guys to make plays.
3-0 on this drive for Le'Veon Bell. And he is chopped down close to 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And again, it's Dion to keep this drive alive. They're going to throw it on 3rd and a yard. And they put it in the hands of Gurley.
And he just reads it and reacts quickly. And you notice where he was. Last time we were here 2 weeks ago, where was Tyrann Mathieu playing? Deep center field. He was back near the line of scrimmage again, where he makes his best plays. And an excellent
field goal. Not much you could do here on 3rd forever.
This is Bibbs.
Tyrann Mathieu brings him down. The Redskins will punt it away. They hear some boos from the crowd.
Cheerleader. Now it's more the how and the why than just the what.
Aguilar brought down right away. Offense can take advantage. Drone will lose a yard. Tyrann Mathieu has an interception in this game coming up to make the play. And interesting story on him in the pregame.
2-0 at home, 0-2 on the road. They're tied here as we go to the 4th quarter. Prescott, screen. Elliott, great tackle. Coming up there is the former Arizona Cardinal Tyrann, the Honey Badger, Mathieu.
Play football. He's done a little bit of everything. He is just sitting back and reading this thing all the way and has to come from about 15 yards away and make an open field tackle against the lead.
And Vic to throw it. And not getting there is Martavis Bryant. That is his first catch and it's his first game. And again, it's Tyrann.
Here's Marcus Wheaton. That's Brian Wheaton is number 11. He comes up and he's trying to...
Look at Mathieu run up and run around to the other side to get to Peterson. And a loss of a couple.
Interceptions this season. He threw 6 all of last year and 5 the year before. To the outside. Moss.
Texans back to work from the 20-yard line. And yeah, that's some old school talk right there. A lot of people at home are saying, what are you talking about, man? You got to be at least 40 to understand that.
You know what I'm talking about.
On the left side is Mathieu.
Frank Gore has it with nowhere to go. Smothered at the 40-yard line.
17, they give it to High. Nope. Kaepernick kept it. And dropped all the Niners at their 20. With 3 wide receivers in drop line. Tavon Austin, the handoff. He tries to turn the corner, but McCarthy keeping an eye on Patrick Peterson. Getting locked up today with Antonio Brown. Mathew making a big play.
Mahomes now 20 touchdown passes, 1 pick. This
is caught, but short of the first down. An immediate tackle on Tyler. Last week they shut out the Giants. It was the first Cardinal shutout since 1992. Motion. He gets the football and has to fight to get to the 45 with the clock running.
Don't think he ever saw him coming, and Osweiler says thank you very much. I mean, they've got Drake there to pick up Mathieu as he comes, but I just think that Drake just simply lost sight of him, or because of the way Clowney came up. 5-2, Tyrann Mathieu off the edge, gets his man. You're a young football player. Get some Arizona defensive film and watch us get play. Joe Flacco never saw him.
And I love what Arizona did. Last week, statistically, they were doing a great job against Pittsburgh, but they didn't finish the game. They were unable to play a 60-minute contest.
Can't have it for Arizona. 1st and 10 for Atlanta. They will fake to run another free runner, and Ryan is hit again.
Tyrann Mathieu on the sack.
Because he's hit Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons on blitzes 2 times when they've tried the boot game, the naked boot game, and brought them the right way each time. So they're seeing something formationally to dial up that call. First it was Jefferson, now it's Mathieu on the sack on Ryan.
First sack of the year for Matt.
So a first down for Denver. Line it up at the 36. Lock fading, stepping up. Lock gets away, and he's tripped from behind. Tyrann Mathieu just...
Well, Tyrann Mathieu's going to dive out here and get the ankle of Drew Lock. I was impressed last night in meeting with
on 3rd down and 9. He is going to get wrapped up. Now he gets away. They're going to rule him down at the 10-yard line.
As Campbell misses at 93, just talked about him. Watch right there as Cam stiff arms him. He just rips off of it. And there's Mathieu right there as it's called in the grass from Cam Newton.
Smith gone down at the 48-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu.
Matthew's going to be moving around. This is his 3rd sack on the season. They like to move bodies around. You can see they bring a 6-man rush.
3rd down and 8. Blitz. Spagnuolo brings everyone and they get home. Tyrann Mathieu. And he wasn't alone. A loss of 11. Blitz pretty much on every 3rd down, and Jordan Love just doesn't see Tyrann Mathieu coming through. You've got Devontae Adams, who's one-on-one. He's running a slant route. He's anticipating. 10 minutes to play. And the Chiefs with a big play on 3rd down. First sack is a Texan for Tyrann Mathieu.
You know, when you start talking about Jacksonville's next move, also, where do they go at running back? Is Leonard Fournette finally healthy when they cross the
line of scrimmage, the correct call. But you see how Mathieu, everyone else.
And injuries adding to that pressure.
Out to the middle of the field, and then they call timeout.
Play clock down to 3. Mathieu come on the blitz. And the passes, well,
Arizona continuing to play the way they started this game. Look at Tyrann Mathieu find his way through.
Great blitz. Bridgewater's able to escape and then throw, and just throws it away.
Quarterback to make the unblocked guy miss here. Your back had to step up to pick up a guy in here. Bridgewater did his job. There just wasn't anybody out there. Why do they call it?
Extra pressure, Wilson zooming around, he's in the clear, gets rid of it, incomplete, getting a lot of places to run to.
No, they've been doing a really good job of containing him. Now you got your athletic guy that flushes him out of the pocket. You got Chandler Jones and Tyrann Mathieu. Man, those are two pretty...
Go from the 10 to Sean Jackson in the slot to the right. Here come the Cardinals on Cousins, and the pass.
If there will be a free defender, they're bringing an all-out blitz here. They've done that twice.
Second down, blitz coming. Wilson gets it off.
They're going to bring the pressure. So if you're Russell Wilson, what do? You have to get rid of the ball.
Here he goes, and they come after him. Pass away, short route.
Good to the Seahawks tonight. This is a big one. 3rd and 13 pressure, and Tyrann Mathieu on the safety blitz got to Wilson.
Sneak up and bang, he goes. Right tackle Bowie stays inside because of the pass protection.
He did that constantly at LSU, and then a year out of football, and here.
Pressure coming, falls on the run, and has to get rid of it. Tyrann Mathieu was closing fast. And it's 4th down.
Opportunistic plays on crossing routes for this Arizona defense.
Bradford perfect so far, or 5 for 6 we should say. And here's a play action pass, drills it, and it's caught by Jared Cook, and the ball is knocked away at the 3-yard line, and a loose ball in the end zone, and Carlos Dansby has recovered, take the lead, and here is that play, we'll see it again after, and Dansby makes the big play. It remains no score.
Austin, they said this is the matchup they're looking for. They're playing man. You see Carlos Dansby get run by Jared Cook, but watch the effort here. Tyrann Mathieu, never gives up on the play. That is a huge.
The rookie from Louisville at that position. Beathard's pass is caught by the fullback Kyle Juszczyk, who is fighting hard, and the ball comes out. It's a takeaway for Patrick Peterson. And Peterson is loose. Can he get caught inside the 10? A touchdown-saving tackle by Marquise Goodwin.
Sometimes you just got to know when the play's over. Patrick Peterson, very savvy guy. Look at everybody attacking that football. Now it's out. It's on the ground. Scoop and try and score by Patrick Peterson. But there comes a time when that play is dead. Tyrann Mathieu, a great job. One of the guys that was challenged this week to raise his...
Taylor looked to pitch it. It's knocked down. Tyrann Mathieu looking to scoop it up and could not gain possession.
Back to your fundamentals. It's a heck of a play by Tyrann Mathieu right here. Watch him read this. He sees everything. He plays quarterback. Now he's able to actually make the deflection. He's going for the big play, the scoop and score. Got a shot there, got another shot. At some point, you got to realize you're running out of room and you're coming to the sideline. You just got to maintain possession.